Well, good morning, BW, and welcome to another Wisdom Wednesday. It's your girl, Fee. You know how we do it. And so I want to get straight into today's message, and the title is Expiration Date. I did a version of Expiration Date probably a year or so ago, but I want to get back into it today because everything has an expiration date in our lives. I was thinking about this as I was cleaning out my pantry. In my refrigerator, sometimes, I'm on a go so much and then I get something out and I'm like, man, this is expired and I can't even use it anymore. And so I try to be mindful now that anything that has an expiration date to throw it out. Why do I throw it out? Because I can no longer consume it. I can no longer use it. It no longer serves a purpose for me. And so if it don't serve a purpose, then why just keep it in my shelf, or why just keep it on my refrigerator, taking up room and taking up space? And so I have to, trash it, basically just get rid of it. But I thought about how we apply that to our everyday lives. And I just want to quickly share with you three things that, perhaps that we can be intentional about looking at the dates and see if those things have expired in our life. See if they're just taking up room in our minds and in our hearts and, just wasting our time and our energy and our efforts. Or is it time to carry out to the trash? Have they expired? Everything that you do in life. And I'm just in a space where I'm real big on protecting my peace. I'm about, one of my prayers every morning I ask God is to renew my heart and renew my mind and to renew my spirit. And I want to have a renewed heart and mind, and I want to have a renewed life. I don't want to no longer stay with the old me, doing the same thing how I used to do it, getting the same results. So I don't want to be the old me. I don't want to have the old ways. I don't want to talk the same way. I don't want to move the same way that I used to move. And so in order for me to be renewed, there's some things that I got to get rid of. And I want to share those things with you. And hopefully you'll be intentional about looking on the expiration date and see if those things are serving purpose for you. The first thing is people. Okay. There's people with the expiration date on it, and you just don't realize it because you're trying so hard to hold on to these people. You think that where you go, they're supposed to go. When you go up, they're supposed to go with you. Let me tell you, everybody's not supposed to go up with you. Everybody's not supposed to be in every single season of your life. Something I used to always hear coming up is people come into your life for a reason or season or lifetime. So there are lifetime people, whether it's relationships, whether it's friendships, whatever, there are lifetime, but that's not everybody. And so sometimes when we enter these relationships, these friendships, these whatever we're entering, we think these people are going to be with us for a lifetime. And that's not the case. And you got to be okay with being okay with that. It used to be a time, there are people I grew up with in junior high school and elementary, and I thought we would always be friends. And for some reason, they distanced themselves. And I'm like, why? And it used to sort of bother me, but now I realize that ain't who God needs in your life in this season in your life. And sometimes you think they remove themselves, and sometimes they divinely removed by God, not by you. And because God knows they can't go where I'm trying to take you. And then some people I remove myself from their lives because I remove myself, from their lives because God showed me who they were. They showed me who they were. Something my granny used to say, if somebody show you who they are, believe them the first time. Don't let them have to show you a second time, because the second time it ain't going to be so nice. So believe them the first time and don't even be mad at them. Treat them accordingly. And I try to live by that principle. There are people that's in my life now, and they still smiling, talking. They think everything is okay and it's good. It ain't no beef here. But in my mind, you not that girl. You're not that friend. You're not that cousin. You're not that whoever you were, because I'm going to love you, but I'm going to love you at a distance. You're not going to be in my close net because you showed me who you were. The things that you said that hurt me, the things you said that turned me down, I'll never forget it. Am I mad at you about it? No. But am I going to forgive you? Absolutely. But will a relationship ever be the same? No, because now I done put you in a whole different category of, instead of friendship, you now an acquaintance. You somebody I just throw the deuces up when I see you. Hey girl, how you doing? And keep it moving. That's just where I am in life. And at the end of the day, I'm not mad. And so just because people expire in our life, we don't have to be mad about it. If we run into them in the street, throw the deuces up. And it's okay. Because again, God Don't have them for that season of your life. And so people expire, y'all. Reason, season of lifetime. Just remember that. The second thing that expire is, and I'm doing the 3 P's, is your past. Your past got an expiration date. That's why it's called the past. But so many of us are trying to live in the past. Trying to live in the past. We still doing the same thing that we used to do in 1984. You know, we still there with the same dream, the same vision. God trying to do a new thing, and we still stuck in the past. A lot of us are stuck in the past, and we're allowing our past not to allow us to move forward in the future because we're so stuck in the past, or what we used to do, or what those people used to do, or whatever it is, instead of just moving forward and leaving the past where it should be, and that's behind us. The past has expired. That's why it's called the past. But so many of us are stuck in the past. I remember when I first met my husband, his uncle was a blues singer, so we used to go on the road with with my uncle, and he used to have one of another singer's band playing with him. And when I looked at those band members, they were a very well known band in the 70s. They actually used to play for Al Green. And I used to always say to my husband, oh my goodness, look at their clothes. It's like clothes I used to see when I was in the 70s. And then they still had the Jerry curl. And I'm just talking about like 10 short years ago. So I'm talking about 2013, 15 or whatever. And they still had Jerry curls. And I'm like, man, it's past 2000. Now people still wearing Jerry curls. And it's like they were stuck in that place and time and period in their life. And they haven't moved forward thinking they're the same individuals in the same time and space. And it used to sort of tickle me, but when I thought about that thing, a lot of us are like that. It's like we stuck, almost like with Gorilla Glue at the bottom of our feet. And where God wants us to move forward and progress, we are just stuck. But let me tell you something, the past have an expiration date. If you still doing stuff like you was doing it just last year, you in a stagnant place. And let me tell you something about God. We don't serve a stagnant God. God is always flowing. He's always moving. He's always behind the scenes of our life, editing what we should do. So that's the second thing. Our past has an expiration date. And then the next thing, the third P. So we talk about people. We talk about the past. Your perspective has an expiration date. So many of our perspectives and our bad habits we're doing, it has an expiration date. If you still, hey, this is the no judgment zone over here. But I used to ask myself one time, I saw this 80-year-old guy still smoking weed, trying to be cool. Bruh, change your perspective. You 80. You know, we still trying to be in a club and drop it like it's hot, drop it low and spread it wide. If we still, just bad habits. I don't want to start naming things because I don't want to offend, but you know what that bad habit is. Bad habits we did as teenagers, but here we are in our 40s, 50s, 60s, still doing the same thing, those bad habits. If we still got those same perspectives, you know, sometimes you're raised a particular kind of way. And so sometimes, like, people hear me all the time say, well, my great-grandmama used to say, my great-grandmama. And some of those things have stuck with me, and they just part of who I am. But if we are honest with ourselves, some things that we have learned and some of our perspectives are antiquated. We was brought up, we was trained, we was molded like that as young children. And then even when we get older and see, you know what? That ain't even right. What great granny said wasn't even right. Not that she meant to be wrong, not that she was intentionally trying to teach us wrong, but she came from a certain time or place where she maybe had that slavery mindset or whatever, and it's not right. And so we still have those same perspectives, those same bad habits. Come on, it got an expiration date. Drinking, gambling, smoking, some of the things we doing, not taking care of our temple. See, that's an old mindset. I used to feel like, and my husband can tell you this, we used to go to the movies all the time, and I used to feel like I used to have this popcorn with all this butter in it and some pizza. Girl, that's what you was doing back in 1997. Here it is 2023, and you know you supposed to be, your body's supposed to be fit for the kingdom of heaven. You know you're trying to get your health in order. You know you're not that same age where you can eat all of that butter on popcorn and pizza without your arteries clogging up, and you still got that perspective that every time you watch a movie, you have to have that? Really? So some of our perspectives are expired. The things we do, again, I'm going to say this again, God is trying to do a new thing, but until we throw out the expired stuff, We can't make room for the new until we throw out the old. Like my husband here went to the grocery store, and because my pantry was filled with so many expired canned goods, and y'all, when I'm talking about it's 2023 and that stuff still had 2020 and 2021 on it, I couldn't put the new groceries in the pantry because all of the old stuff had took up the room. And that's the way it is with us. Our old perspectives that's expired. Our past, our perspectives and people, they're taking room and space in our life. And so God said, I'm trying to do a new thing, but we're not making room for it because we don't want to throw away the old. I got some new friends for you. I got friends for you that's going to elevate you. If you get rid of the ones who ain't serving no purpose for you anymore, who are not meant to go with you anymore, I got a new perspective, a new vision for you, but you got to throw out the old perspective, the way grandmama and great grandmama and way mom and daddy used to do it. If you allow me to speak to you, you know what? Yeah, you had a past, but guess what? I got a future waiting for you. You know, I knew you. I formed you when you was in your mama's womb, and I got plans and a purpose for you to prosper and to be in health. But I can't let you, because you still holding on to the old. So I want to end by saying, do inventory. Do inventory of anything that's taking up space in your heart, in your mind. Anything that's not producing fruit in your life. Anything that's not positive. And it's okay if we get rid of some people. It's okay. You don't have to be mad. It's okay we let some of those perspectives go that great granny taught us. She wouldn't be mad. It's okay if we start focusing on the future and just looking at the front mirror instead of looking at the rearview mirror. Think about when you're driving. Do you just spend the whole time driving looking at the rearview mirror trying to see what's behind you? No, you're looking at the front windshield. Because if you keep looking in the past, you're going to crash. And a lot of us have crashed because we stuck in the past. And so that's just my Wisdom Wednesday. I pray that it blesses somebody. Give your girl a holler down in the comments and let me know what you think. Let me know if some things in your life have expired that you know that you need to let go. Y'all be blessed. And as I always say, be better.